This is Bob. Bob is a student at Gordon Graydon Memorial Secondary School. Bob has a car, but Bob has a problem. He spends more money than he should. What should Bob do? Bob should create a budget. But Bob doesn't know how to create a budget. But today, we're going to help Bob create a budget. Here are 3 guidelines Bob should follow before he creates a budget. First, Bob has to track his spending for a month. Next, Bob should start to prioritize his spending. Lastly, Bob shouldn't use credit cards for daily spending. Instead, he should use cash. Is Bob ready? Yes. Bob is ready to start creating a budget. Step 1. Bob needs to collect all his financial statements. Basically, any information that shows Bob's income or expenses. Step 2. Bob needs to gather and record all his sources of income. Bob can use his net income from his job at a grocery store, and Bob also does a paper route. He can include this as well. Step 3. Bob needs to list his expenses, things like food and clothing, everything he spends on. Step 4. Bob needs to split up his expenses into 2 sections, fixed and variable. Fixed expenses meaning they don't change, and variable expenses mean they change monthly. Step 5. Bob needs to total both his income and expenses. If his income is higher than his expenses, that is fine, but if his expenses are higher, which is a deficit, Bob needs to make some changes. Step 6. Bob can make any other adjustments he needs to balance his expenses and income. This means Bob's income is budgeted for. Step 7. Bob should ensure to review his budget regularly. Bob needs to take the time to compare his budget expenses to his actual expenses to show him where to improve. Finally, Bob, don't give up. Learning to stick to budgeting takes time and patience. 5 years later, Bob is happy that he decided to budget his money. Financial understanding. It all adds up.
Created using Powtoon.